They trying to get me back outside, but I'm working on my inner self. God is my bestie. God is my bestie. We're back with another one. I'm April.
It's Preme. It's actually part 2.
Yes, we got another part 2, definitely.
Same spot, Cove Up Along, Big Brooklyn.
Thank you for coming back.
Of course.
I appreciate that.
Of course. At the same time, we're going to give a big salute to the fathers. Happy Father's Day weekend.
To say it's Father's Day weekend.
Salute to the Knicks.
Happy Father. Oh yes, you already know the Knicks.
No doubt.
We the champs.
Thank you for the shout out. Father's Day.
Yes, happy Father's Day.
Congratulations and shout outs and flowers for every good progressive thing that's been currently going on in everybody's life.
Yes. We love to see it. So let's get right into it. Before you get into part 2 of your testimony, I would like to know, what does God mean to you? And when did you first learn about God or know about Him, hear about Him?
All right, so I'll answer, but not in order. So I first learned about God through my grandmother. I went to Connecticut. I lived with her for a year and a half.
Okay.
She got me baptized.
Nice.
She got me familiar with church. I wasn't in it. I was just impressed. Everybody looked nice. All her friends was the cuddle ladies. What a cuddle lady is?
Yeah.
Like with the nice hats and stuff. And when I went there, I got spoiled. So that's what was making me, love it.
Okay.
But my grandmother never forced it on me, religion and stuff like that. She was just showing me what she does.
Okay.
And she knew I was a child with negativity, things like that. So she was pretty much bringing me into her world.
Okay.
And it gave me discipline and things like that I later on used in life. Not when she was doing it.
Right. But it stuck with you.
Yes.
As you got older.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Shout out to
my Nana. God bless.
Your Nana.
Yeah. As me recognizing these things, that's how I became aware of the Most High, God. Positivity. A lot of things happened within that year and a half of being with my grandmother.
Okay.
Because before that, it was bad. Crack just came out, and everybody, moms and fathers was doing crack.
Right.
It was bad everywhere.
In the 80s, right?
Right. Early 80s, yes.
Yeah.
And we lived through that with a smile.
Yeah.
But it's still fucked up growing up like that.
Right. It affected the generations behind them because they had children and things like that. Yeah. But we were having an interesting conversation about God, and you were saying that's the name they told us it was.
Right. All right. So where we going at right now? If I didn't go to church, would I know about God? You know what I mean? I knew about God by hearing about it before I went to church. By hearing about it. And it wasn't heard seriously. Oh, word to God and word to, you know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't a religion behind God.
Okay.
So like I said, as I went with my grandmas, I got introduced with God.
You became more familiar with
in the Bible.
Okay.
Now, I knew about the Bible because my mom's woke up every day religiously and read the 23rd Psalm.
That's the shirt I got on.
I could wake up and see her at the window, her verse real quick.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, as we saying, things as a child, when a child is a sponge, it comes to you,
Right.
You might not use it then and there, but somehow, some way in your life, it would be used.
Right, and even if nobody said like the name was God, just me analyzing the universe, how everything is alive,
I would have understanding that there's a greater
knew
power.
that there was a greater power higher than humans.
I knew that, but not the politically correct way of saying it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I always had questions.
Okay.
You know, and we all know that was considered blasphemous to have questions. You know? So when you can't get no questions answered, you go out and research in your own type of way. Everybody research their own type of way, you know? And you find out things to satisfy your curiosity, either in a good way or a bad way, or from observation, or from with someone you're witnessing, someone you love go through. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Someone you're tight with and y'all talk, you know? So you get to see other pages of this big, great book. It's not only your pages in it. You know what I mean?
Okay. So, happy Father's Day to God, because He's my father. He's my mother, my father, my everything. Whatever I feel I didn't get or I need, He's that for me. Definitely my bestie.
Right. So
now,
wait,
okay.
though. So when we get deep, not deeper, but we still say on the surface.
Okay.
So do you believe or do you know?
No, I know.
Right, because beliefs is delusional. We respect it because that's the word to use to describe.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
I definitely know there's a God.
Right. You have
it's
to
not,
know.
This is not designed by human.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not what I'm paying attention to.
Not at all.
You know how they say learn to read the room. I'm learning how to read the universe. And
you can't make a worm that its life is connected to the way we get our fruits and vegetables. You feel me? You can't do that.
It's just too deep.
Right.
It's too deep.
Right.
We don't even think past it. Like you were saying, you have questions.
Right.
We all have questions. It's so many, because it's so many different things.
It's never a stupid question, because your mind could just go on and on and on.
Right.
That's why we don't know everything. That's why we have questions.
But I love that, you're into God. I wouldn't say like you're a street guy, but you're,
I have respect.
But I love to see people of your caliber, like, into God. Like,
you have to be.
I really do love that.
Especially from my experiences in life. You have to be. You have to find a balance. You have to find structure.
Like DMX.
Yeah, you have to find something that you pay attention to.
He found God, and he was into God, also having struggles, as we all do.
Yeah.
But, so, it's Father's Day weekend.
Yes.
As I told you, happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
The first interview, we spoke about your relationship with your son, but this time I want to ask you about your father. Did you know your father?
No, I never had the chance to physically meet my father. My mother always spoke of him, not negatively, like a demonic baby mother. No, she never, regardless of the fact I never met my father, she never put him down.
Okay.
She never put him up, and she never put him down. She let me take my word for it on whatever. So like I spoke to you before, I still am a mama's boy. So when she vented, I was there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like I said, she never put him, like how I see females put down their kids' fathers and shit. My mother never did that.
She'll ladies, I gotta stop doing that.
She'll say some shit like, "Oh, you look just like your damn father," like shit like that, knowing I'm her fucking twin.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I got his complexion.
Okay. Now I want to ask you, how important do you think it is for a man, a boy or a man, to have his father in his life? How important is that?
It's very important because what the father went through in life, he has to, you know, not teach, but, you know, show his son, because those are the steps he'll be taking in life.
Right.
As a man, a mother can show you other things. It's true a mother can raise a child by herself, a father can as well.
Right.
But those are separate connections that are needed.
How would you say your father not being in your life affected you, if at all? How would you?
To me, I never was like, oh, I'm mad at the world because my father was never in my life. Fuck my father. I never did that. And especially growing up, learning what it is to be a man in a relationship, to be a man in a relationship with toxic women, vindictive women that do shit, petty shit, that can fuck up lineage and everything. Yes. Yeah. You can argue with me, have your differences with me behind closed doors, same way how we fuck. When we doing that in front of the child, that's disrespecting the child. And especially if and when the mother has the child more. Like me, I was very defensive of my moms. Her boyfriends were abusive and shit like that. So I did shit, you know, as a little nigga defending my mom. But whatever she was doing, I learned to grow and learn. My mom was just a button pusher. You know what I mean? So whatever was going on was going on.
So we're gonna get to your mom.
Yeah.
But one more thing about your dad now, your father. Would you like to meet him? Is there something in you that still would like to know him?
Unfortunately, I was told he passed.
Oh, okay.
You know, years ago.
Okay.
But I would like to know if I have, you know, other siblings and things like that. I'm not going to search for that.
Okay.
Because I'm content with where I am now. That might take a scab off that will never develop again. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm content with, ain't no disrespect, ain't no love lost or gain. I know what's up. Everybody got a life. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not like everybody. Like I said, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm in the chair right now because my father wasn't there when I was little. That ain't had nothing to do with him.
Right.
My moms ain't control me, none of that. I was 14, I was grown already. I was grown.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And in order for like me to sit down and listen, it would have had to been somebody that I find attractive, appealing. I see them. They're a superhero, you know what I mean?
Okay, like the guys in the street.
Yeah.
That spoke your language at the time.
Right, not one of them that I'll catch. You know what I mean? One of them I admire.
Okay, all right. So, what was your relationship with your mom like?
He was tight. He was tight. My mom's drunk a lot, you know. This was way before me, you know. And we had plenty of ups and downs. This is like how I know how to not deal with, but like, you know, understand a bit, like women, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, ass whippings I wish I never got, but any child gonna say that.
Now, did that bother you, the fact that she drunk a lot?
Because
what is a child feeling when they see their mom
it
or
was
parents?
It was a lot of drama.
Okay.
And I was a child going through this.
Okay.
So I would Because
You were angry?
yes.
Okay.
My moms would drink vodka. So what I would do, me being a stupid, smart nigga, I pour all that shit out and put water back in. That wasn't doing that, but, creating more smoke.
Right. But you tried. You was trying to help
I was
her.
trying, but not knowing how to make efforts to.
Yeah.
And that was nothing that could have been done anyway.
Okay.
She has to hit the bottom to, So I saw days where she, not drinking for 2-3 days or something because she feeling fucked up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's right back to the drawing board. But on these days of her not drinking, it was very beautiful. It was very peaceful. It was a whole different woman.
Wow.
But I love that person the same.
Yeah, because that's your mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my moms could be fucking me up, smacking, whatever. You stop that, I'ma fuck you up. Because I can take that. You know what I mean? And I used to take that a lot when she was venting. From, my mom was like a black sheep. She ain't fuck with nobody, but she was social. Feel me?
Right.
And by me, especially after I got shot, because after I got shot, I was in the crib more, So, she'd tell me mad shit. Even shit you told me back then, I could still utilize right now.
Right. Now, you were speaking about how your mom would get abused.
Yeah.
How would that make you feel as a
It turned me into a monster.
Young man.
I had to run to the precinct. Me and my older sister would jump niggas, you know what I mean? What was that?
So you were saying you was going to the precinct.
Yeah, at a very young age, I used to run to the precinct, to the 81st precinct.
To try to help your mom?
Yeah, because we ain't have, everybody didn't have phones and stuff like that. So my smartest idea was to go there.
Okay.
When I was little, I could run, mad fast. So that shit was like 3 blocks from my crib, and that was nothing. Because it was right there next to my school.
Right.
So it was like it was nothing.
Now, have you ever had to beat one of her boyfriends up or something like that?
Of course, with my sisters.
What's the
especially
worst?
My older sister. The worst was the shit I did by myself. I got tired of it. So one of my mom's last boyfriends and shit, we knew him for a while, and he was abusive for a while. He was an alcoholic, she was alcoholic. There would be times I'm sitting in the back of the car, he had a Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in the back of the car, my mom's in the passenger seat, and he'll just flip off and punch my mom's in the face. Mid-driving.
Wow.
I had to fucking yoke him up, all that, in the car. I woke up to an argument they had and shit. My mom was crying, lumped up, you know what I mean? So when he went back to sleep like it was nothing, I went in the bathroom, got the plunger, and I shoved it in his ass as hard as I could.
Wow.
He woke up crying and all that, begging and pleading. And I told him, I said, next time you hit my mom's, I'm gonna make that shit come out the mouth. And then, after that, I guess that stopped him from drinking. Because for that, he had to get the shit bag and all type of shit, you know what I mean?
Wow. Wow,
that's what I didn't tell you before that, you know what I mean? But yeah, so it's a lot. You gotta just follow me. And so this is the same man that carried me up 4 flights of stairs when I first came up from the hospital. because I didn't have a wheelchair and the building didn't have an elevator.
Wow.
And he did that sober, you know what I mean? But mind you, remember I told you why he stopped drinking.
Right. So he was still with your mom after you did that?
He was a long time friend. It was like that.
Wow.
So they was living together, but it was nothing popping off.
Right.
You know what I mean? That type of shit.
So your mom has been through a lot, because before you got shot,
Yeah.
There was an incident with your sister.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, that happened in this area, in the Williamsburg area, Brooklyn. And she had a boyfriend, you know, from Fort Greene. And he got locked up or whatever. You know, my sister moved on. And I'm not name dropping to get popularity.
No, but what was your sister's name?
My sister's name was Tracy.
Okay.
Tracy Denise.
Okay.
Tracy.
Okay.
And her son name was Rudy. So after Duke that we were speaking about, you know, he's locked up. And my sister got involved with Rap, Supreme Magnetic's brother from Fort Greene. So he came home and went to go visit my sister, right? And like, don't quote me because I was still young. This is what was relayed to me, you know. And he went to go visit her, and I guess he told him, you know, it ain't popping no more. And he ends up stabbing my nephew, my baby nephew, stabbing her up, and then coming back to the apartment and burnt it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Now, how did that make you feel at the time? As her brother, you're the uncle of your little nephew.
It's still very sad.
And she was only like 19, right? And the son wasn't even one.
I only got to see him 3 times.
Wow.
You know, he peed on me and, you know, all that, you know. There was a time when I was living with my older sister and I was home alone. And, you know, it dawned upon me and shit. But I couldn't inflict pain on myself. I could just cry.
Right.
So I would have moments like that. It's not like suicidal or, you know, like I said, harmful. It just
And you were angry and sadness
very
and
angry.
all of that.
So
those emotions.
I learned how to contain that without help, you know, therapy and shit, like, or talk to or whatever. So it's still the same level to this day.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because you might just ask me, like, how would I feel about Duke, you know what I mean? And God bless my sister's best friend, Nicole, Chucky. She just passed recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks before she passed, she DMs me on Facebook. Yo, little bro, I'm gonna show you something, but I don't want you to get mad. Please don't do nothing or get nothing done. So I replied, all right, whatever. She said, he home now. Then sent the picture, you know what I mean?
So she was telling you he was home from doing the time.
Yes.
For that crime he committed.
Yes.
So, but he's home now.
Yes.
And she sent you a picture of him.
Yes.
What emotions and thoughts were going through your mind then?
She called me on Messenger just to say, please don't do nothing. You know what I mean? That she did that. She said I didn't send it to you for that, but in somehow, some way, this could be closure for you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't get that right now. Maybe a few years from now I'll get that. But I gave her that because she was the connection to my sister. So I would ask her about their teenage days and stuff.
Right.
When they was Laverne and Shirley. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's what she used to give me.
Okay.
You know? But it's ironic how she passed after she gave me that. You know? And begged me not to.
Wow.
So it's a lot with with dealing with it. Because I get more pain when I just actually think about how would I feel if that was my daughter. Not my sister, my daughter. And my grandchild. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So I regret every big thing that I did negative that fucked with my moms. You know what I mean?
Right, because after that happened, a couple of years later, you got shot. That was a lot on your mom.
Yeah.
That was a lot on her. Shout out to your mom. Well, rest in peace to her and your nana and your sister and your nephew.
Yeah.
What was your mom's name? Well, you said they called her Grandma Homie.
Her name was Cynthia.
Oh, Cynthia. Miss Cynthia.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Miss Cynthia.
Yeah. She was the life of the party and all that. If she fucked with you, she loved you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you knew her, then you know that's like I could come home from somewhere and my niggas would come up, yo, your mom's is bugging, son. But I went to the store for her, bought some weed and blah blah blah. She good. You know what I mean? Or like I could be in Queensbridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
With my cousins. And my niggas that's still around here or whatever.
Right.
We'll go to the store for things like to make sure she's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what is one of your favorite childhood memories?
When I was younger, I was very fast, running. I was very fast.
Athletic.
So it was known in the hood that I was like Speedy Gonzalez. And there was this dude, I forgot his name, but he wasn't one of us. He was just, he lived around the way.
Okay.
But he wasn't in the Little Rascals type, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So what they call he would be the ops right now. So he was fast, but he was older than me, so he's supposed to be fast. So we had a block party and shit on Ralph Ave, right? And we about to race. He on one end, I'm on the other end, but it's a bunch of other little kids in the middle, just to let them, for the festivities. Everybody gassing me, how they supposed to be doing this shit. And it worked, and I beat him. Not by a lot, but I beat him. The prize I won was a Hungry Hippo game.
Oh, the game. Oh, okay.
And I think it was like $10 or something, you know what I mean? Remember, I was only a fucking little nigga.
Right, but that was
a
a lot. You got the game and $10.
And I was on stage, you feel me?
Right. Wow.
So that was like one of my good childhood memories,
Okay.
And like I said, it's many. I could go to different eras.
Right.
But a lot of good or funny memories have crime or negativity. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm about to ask you what age did you get involved with the streets and why? Why do you think that? Is it like the environment?
13.
Going outside?
13.
So 13? Okay. Okay.
I was first you out the window, right?
Mm-hmm.
You come downstairs. Then you probably in front of the building. Or the porch. You know what I mean? Then are you outside on the curb?
Right.
Without your mommy. You feel me? Now you in the street. It's hard. The street.
You
not the
outside.
sidewalk. Right. So that's the the levels of it.
Okay.
You just can't come outside. You ain't gonna know what the fuck to do.
Wow. So you was 13. What's the how old were you if you ever saw someone get shot or M-worded?
Before my sister got killed. Because back then was rough.
Wow, so it's before you even came outside.
See, my sister Tracy downstairs, she was living with us.
Okay.
All the the drug dealer niggas like she was a baddie. You start off with monkey in the middle and all that. Till you hit a nigga with a bottle or a stick. So now you're one of them now.
But so when did you see them?
I seen a lot. Like I said, this was 85, 86.
Wow.
I seen somebody get unalived right in front of me.
Wow.
All like there was a bunch of little rascal niggas. He was dirty. Little niggas like Roscoe. And that's when you could go outside and you see crack vials, all different colors and everything. Like how you see these leaps and
the
stuff.
Playgrounds, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
wow.
It was across the street from where I lived at, on Cornelia Street. Built brownstone buildings, but then it's no buildings there, so it's a lot. You know what I mean? So that's where we used to play at.
Right.
The older drug dealer niggas made a big bike ramp to do tricks and all that.
Okay.
Because they had money, they was doing shit. You know what I mean? So this the ramp like that. So we be behind the ramp. You know what I mean? Because you go up the ramp and then they got the shit. We stay up there and just go down.
Okay.
So we in here.
Okay.
We made that our clubhouse.
Okay.
We got our mattress, snacks and shit, things like that. So it was an argument. We come out, see what's popping, boom. And then, besides that, walking to school, you see horrors. Like how you see Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you see body parts in the bag, and I've seen that.
Wow.
And this is before I was even 10 years old.
Wow, that's a lot. Wow.
And these are the people I'm going to the store for, I'm socializing with. All type of hate and shit, because niggas like my sister, you know what I mean? So I'm hating, throwing bottles at niggas, making niggas give me money just to talk to my sister without me caught blocking. You know what I mean?
Right. Wow. So you used to told me I was the best. Anything in this world I want, I could possess. All I made want is all that I could get. In order to survive, gotta learn to live with regrets. What are some of the regrets you have?
Hurting my mom, hurting my family, hurting myself. It wouldn't be a full regret towards those things, because most of that is the lessons that's needed in life. So what I'm saying is, even all the bullshit that I've been through in life, right? This is who I am now.
It made you who you was. So you don't really. So you have regrets, or you don't have regrets?
I don't have regrets.
Okay.
I have them, but I don't have them. You feel me? If we want to say politically correct things and shit, yeah, I got regrets. But when I dissect each one I would discuss, it's a lesson. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if I did that, I learned that.
Right. Everything has a lesson and a blessing, or either or
Right.
both.
That's why I had nicknamed you April Showers. Every drop got a lesson in it.
Yeah.
You know?
So you spoke in your first interview about, being a stick-up kid, and that kind of what led up to you getting shot, possibly.
Yes.
What made you become a stick-up kid?
Yeah. That could go back to my sister, not to blame her, but that was, like I said, who her baby father was. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we're not name dropping, and you need to check the facts. You don't know, you'll find out. She was affiliated, you know what I mean, out there in Fort Greene with the guys. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
People that know who I'm talking about, they know.
Okay.
And we talking about the early 80s, mid 80s. Feel me? So, it was things done. I see gun early. You know, all that shit is drugs, dopamine. You feel me?
So that's what made you want to
Yeah.
get
And
involved.
you see niggas with the big chains and the white sneakers and the loudest system and all the shorties around them every time. You want that. Or you want to be around that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Somehow, some way.
Okay.
So that's the fabric that gets woved in the cloth you come from.
Okay. Were you ever afraid about going to jail or die or death, or were you ever afraid of those things while you were into this lifestyle?
No, I'm afraid to die. Well, not afraid. I don't accept that. You know what I mean? I don't accept it yet.
Okay.
I don't want to die.
Okay.
But going to jail and all that, that's not nothing you fear when you on stage.
Wow.
That's not nothing you even think of. Some of us get that experience and still do what we do, knowing that consequence. Like, all right, that's just side B. Come on, take me to jail.
Wow.
Matter of fact, let me catch another charge, if that's it.
Wow. So this is a
Because remember,
mentality.
when you're a juvenile, you can do all sorts of shit before it even becomes a felony.
Right.
So we did things, you know what I mean?
So have you ever been to prison or juvie or?
I've been to juvie, that's it.
Okay.
But I've been arrested, yeah. I've never been to prison and all.
Did that change you around a little bit, or
No.
just kind of?
No. What
Like
it
you
does,
said, it just
it
comes with
enhances
the
you.
territory.
It enhances you.
Okay. Okay.
What you learn locked up, you bring back home. What you know home, you bring when you locked up. In order to survive, either or.
Okay.
That's why I say the things I went through is who I am now. You know what I mean?
Okay, so dating. What was it like dating or dealing with females and stuff like that, being in a wheelchair from 16 until now? That's a long time. So what was dating like? What is dating like for you?
It's different. I got used to it, but I still have to each partner or whatever relationship is different. It varies. It all depends on the other person's, maturity and things on shit, But in my predicament, it's only like to shit to get used to, because it's not like I can't do nothing. You know what I mean?
Right, but when you first got in the chair, you was 16.
Right.
You still into women.
Yeah.
As you get in your 20s, your 30s, stuff like that. So did it come with insecurities?
No.
Or you just, did it stop the women from dealing with you? Like,
No.
what was your experience?
It was wild. It was different.
How was it different for you?
When I first got paralyzed and all that, I was in the hospital, for like a year straight. So I would have, certain nurses,
Yeah, you spoke about that.
Right. Check my nutrition facts, you know what I mean? And, as the age it was, so, that's when you're in your peak, you know what I mean, like a rabbit.
Right.
So I was still good. I'm always good. It's a slight difference, but like I said, it could be, adjustments made.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had bumps in the road that I went over.
Okay.
Never lost my confidence or anything like that. No.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So before we get into the cars.
And wait, but
okay.
I could actually admit, I think I got a lot of sympathetic pussy in oral sex.
Wow, sympathy.
Yeah, I got a lot of curious pussy.
Oh, curious, and they were curious.
I got a lot of pussy
to be with a guy
from
in a chair?
Chicks that wanted to give me pussy before, they just didn't do it.
Oh, but they came back around later on in life and made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Check you out, Preme. Okay.
I'm
Okay, well, that's what's up. If there was a movie about your life, what would be the name of it?
There'll be days like this.
Elaborate. Why is that?
Because I was told prophetic tales about myself. You know what I mean? Like,
so you mean like the song? Mama said there'll be days like that. That's the song my mother
and a lot of that
about.
is paying homage to my mom, to the mothers.
Okay.
That said it'll be days like this as well.
Okay.
So it's like.
Tell me a little bit about the movie. What's the beginning to the halfway looking like? Tell me about that.
You gotta get
the
like
setting. Where we at?
Where we at? Late 70s, afros, jerry curls, and naps, and you know what I mean.
Okay.
The old Brooklyn, where everything, when the Bronx and Brooklyn looked alike.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Dope.
When block parties lasted to 3 o'clock in the morning.
Nice.
And the shit's within that, the good and the bad.
Okay.
Who
would play you in the movie?
If I was to pick somebody famous to play me?
Yes. Cedric, the entertainer?
No.
No.
I would like
Marlo?
And it's funny you said that. That's what I was about to say.
Marlo?
Jamie Hector, yes.
Okay.
I would let Jamie Hector do it, but he can't do it because he has a scar on his face. They would have to do makeup.
They can do makeup,
right?
But
I would let him do it.
Okay, that's dope. And
I would let. Well, he's older now, but if I had the opportunity to get the young Lorenz Tate.
Oh, dope. I like that. Okay,
yeah. Not with the braids, but some Brooklyn looking shit. Yeah.
Okay, that's dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. Now, what would the ending of your movie be like?
The ending I would always want it to look like there's more to it.
Okay, like it's a part 2 coming.
Or it can be. Not a part 2 is coming. It can be if we want it to be.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because the part 2 can be somebody else's story that's intertwined with it.
Okay.
Like the old rap we used to listen to. You could throw on the album and let it play.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ain't no fast forward button.
Now, speaking of that,
Mm-hmm.
if you could pick one song, what would be the soundtrack of your life? What song are you choosing?
I have a few. Gangstar Just to Get a Rep would be in there.
Okay.
Something from Nice and Smooth would be in there.
Okay.
Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick, Rakim, because that's what, raised me. Bismarck,
Right.
Cool G Rap, shit like that. So those are
That'd be
that'll
a nice.
be for the
That
score.
movie
Yeah.
looking nice.
That'll be
There'll
on
be
the
days
score.
like this. You said, I'm ready to see it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see it.
And the way we could do shit now, so I'll have like a sample throughout the movie. Mama said, like you saw a strap, right?
Right.
When they were blurt out certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you open the freezer and it said brand new, good for you. And, you know what I mean? Certain shit. Like how the lady would say, he needs some milk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Okay.
To not make it funny, but not make you feel all fucked up throughout the whole movie.
Right.
You
You want to
get a
take
giggle.
the viewer
Right.
through every different
Right,
emotion,
right.
not just keep them.
Right.
Okay.
Because it's real life. It's not going to be fiction.
Right. Right. Based on a true story.
Yeah.
There'll be days like this.
Not even based on. It is a true story.
Yeah, but it's
I
based
will-
on your true story.
I would want it to say that. I would start that trend.
Okay, so you don't want it to say based on.
Because
You
even
want
based
to
on
say,
true stories,
this is a true
it
story.
still be stuff left out or
Right.
they swishy swashed it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want my
Okay.
shit official if I was to do that.
Alright.
It was talked about doing a documentary though.
I
That's
think that
good.
would be dope too. I think like your life, you have an exciting life. Of course, I can't cover everything. We can't cover everything right here, but you have
Right.
so many details and things, and I find it interesting, and I love the fact that regardless of everything you've been through, you found the strength. You have the strength to keep going, and that's where I see God in your story.
Yeah.
This is why I like to do the testimonies, because I'm looking for God, and it's sitting right there.
Mhm.
Because if you're still standing after all that you're telling me, not just you, others that I've spoken to, that gotta be God's strength.
Right.
So I got the deeper talk cards, and I want us to go through some.
Right.
So there is 7 different categories. I don't know if you want to pick one out of the box or pick one from each category and just give a quick answer.
We could do that.
One of each?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
It's gonna set up,
deeper talk, ladies and gentlemen. So this deck is identity. So just choose one. What moment do you wish you could relive and even change?
I've been curious about how I would have been if I didn't get shot.
Okay.
Not to take the actual knowledge and all that, or whatever from that, just being shot that paralyzed me.
Right.
Because I've been shot before that too. So I'm talking about to become paralyzed.
Okay. That's the moment you would change.
Yeah.
This one is exposed. So you're getting ready to expose yourself. Okay, I don't know what's what. You pick your poison or your tea. Yeah, pick your tea. I don't like the sound of poison. What's the most dangerous situation you've ever been in?
It was a standoff, and I had his man in the clutch.
Okay.
He talking his shit with his shit in his hand. Made my niggas leave. I'm like, yo, put that down, because I'm, you know what I mean? And he didn't, so I had to smack his man. and I had to smack at him in order to, get away.
Okay. Wow, that was pretty dangerous.
Right. So within that, I got grazed.
Okay.
I'll show you off camera. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't want you crying and shit. And yeah, that's one of the movies. That's when you hear niggas say they got movies.
Mm-hmm.
I got movies.
Okay, that definitely sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
So this one is beliefs.
All right.
This is a deck of beliefs. Let's see what you choose. Put it back. So you chose, why is there still poverty in the 21st century? So why do you think there's still poverty in the 21st century?
Because of unnecessary greed.
From the higher ups?
Yeah. And it trickles down to us.
Right.
They're playing while we're struggling.
Right. They're eating off our pain.
Yeah, it's entertainment.
Yeah. I remember I went to Turks and Caicos and I just thought everybody there was rich. I was even like, how I gotta go to the supermarket. How does people even have a job here? Everybody's rich, because that's what I thought. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got to ride through the hood and see
the natives,
and I did go to the supermarket and
natives,
it was like, wow.
That's
they're
who's
taking
really from
the
there.
poor to get rich, and that's.
And some of them are not even from there, but they have power there.
Right. Okay, so we got three more categories. This one is life lessons. Wow, this is the first time somebody is picking one from each. I think I like this. Hey, you like the end of the deck.
No, I'm trying to get all over.
Okay. Okay. What's the best advice you received from your mother? Wow.
Don't trust everybody. She ain't tell me that. She showed me that.
Okay.
She showed, like, it was, I'm dead ass. She showed me that.
Okay. Wow.
There's a lot of people in my life that I hold prestige that taught me without actually teaching me.
This category is dreams. Dreams and R&B chick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just playing, but I'm saying. What have you done in the last 6 months that you're most proud of?
Just staying focused on myself more, pushing myself. I work out more. I'm doing, chilling with my hobby more sharp, dealing with my health. You know what I mean? Just staying out the way, learn how to, not matching energies, just making sure my energies maintained.
Okay.
Like I'm practicing of not coming out of character when I don't want to.
Nice. That's important.
Yeah.
Emotional intelligence. And that's important. Okay, so this deck is courage.
Courage?
Courage. Courage. Ease on down, ease on down. What do you worry about never getting over?
It don't bother me the way people would think it bothers me, but I have an issue with not being able to walk. But not just walking, It's the fact that being like this, I have to depend on people.
Right.
So even if I could be like this without having to depend on people, I wouldn't even change this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But at the same time, it doesn't tarnish or decreases my self-esteem or anything like that. I don't know when and how I developed that, but you know, I've been considered the poster boy or role model for courage.
Okay.
You know, I don't see it. People see it and tell me, so that's what I see.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's a compliment to take, but it's a compliment that also fucks with you because of the compliment I'm getting, why I'm getting it. You feel me?
Right.
Like I'm getting commended for this, but remember, this is still my punishment. You
Right.
feel me?
Right. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. So
If I wasn't, you know, knowledgeable or mature as I am, I would take that as getting back on stage. Not flowers. It's a standing ovation.
okay.
For the bad shit I did. That's why I'm in this shit. Calm, you know what I mean? I wasn't born like this, you know?
Right.
It wasn't no scaffold fell on my back or car accident. No. I did vacuum cleaners worth of dirt. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's reasons for everything, because that could have happened to me and that could have been the end of it.
Now, do you forgive yourself
No.
for the things that
No.
you... No?
No.
Wow.
And then at the same time, that don't make me do the good things that I do because of the bad shit I've done. I told you I'm a chameleon.
Right.
Both sides of the coin. You know what I mean? So I know the bad I've done. You will only know what I tell you.
Right.
Especially if you wasn't there.
Right.
So of course, even when I tell you, see how I can tell you and how I can't tell you. So by me having this privilege to tell you certain shit, that can hype me up or make me feel the way I feel now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when I state my truths or, you know, say my testimonies and shit, it could be taken wrong. And I'm only trying to be honest. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not about bragging or name dropping, hood dropping, being
Just
flashy. I'm just
right, you're just telling your story.
Yeah.
So this last deck of cards is reflect and connect. And then red time.
Okay.
Okay. Reflect and connect.
It's because you're touching this one like that.
No, you read the last one because this is reflecting and connecting.
The most surprising thing I learned about myself today was more self-control and patience. I've developed that.
Okay.
And not like regretfully or nothing, like no, not in a bad way or nothing like that. It just well, I can at least say so far.
Right.
It's still early.
I was gonna say that it's still early in the day, but well,
but that's so far, you know.
You did good.
Mm-hmm.
So we have come to the end of our dope conversation.
Okay.
I thank you for doing this, for coming on again.
I'm down.
For But I do want to say a quick prayer to But you want to give any shout outs, anything like that?
Not right now. We'll do that in the credits and the comments and things like that.
Okay.
Right now, we're just going to get this out there, you know.
Okay, so thank you for coming through. I appreciate you.
I would shout you out.
Really?
And give you your flowers. Yeah.
Oh wow! Thank you.
GIMB. God is my bestie.
Yes.
And as an individual, I like what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You need to continue to do what you're doing.
Okay.
It's needed. Maybe everybody don't need it, but it's a lot of people out here that need this.
Okay.
To watch, to get into, to let it out. All types of things. You're needed.
Well, thank you.
No doubt. And I thank you for letting me be on your platform multiple times.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this part too. I've been waiting for this part too.
Yeah.
God willing, soon. We got so much more coming.
Right.
But we'll get into that a little later.
Yeah.
But right now, I just want to close out with a little prayer.
Okay.
Dear God, I thank you for allowing me and Preme to get through this. I pray that you continue watching over us. Continue to give us patience, discernment, motivation, inspiration. I pray that you guide our steps. I know going in the wrong path can be so easy, but I pray that you block all of those that's not for us and clear a smooth path in the way that you see us going. And I just thank you so much. Happy Father's Day every day to you, God. You are my bestie, and I love you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you, Preme.
You're very much welcome. Every and any time to support the pretty homie.
Yes, like, share, and
She's
subscribe.
needed,
The blessing in this testimony is resilience. Preme turns his pain into power and knowledge of self, realizing that the thrill of the streets is not worth its consequences, hoping that someone, somewhere, will hear his story and heal from their darkness while moving towards brighter days. God is my bestie.